gotta win both the cups to bring home the joy. We gotta score lots of goals today. Then we go for the second cup. Good afternoon. Newcastle United play today. We got to win today. We gotta show strength in numbers to make sure we win today. I hope you agree. Nick Walton made Johan Wisser Harvey Barnes Bruno our captain. Please give the fans the goals they deserve, so we can win today in the FA Cup. My hope today we play as good as we played against Leeds. We win today. Then we go face Man City. Both games gonna be so hard. Let's rally behind anyhow. Let's sock the ball to the back of the net. Let's win both games. So we press to the next phase. bit of a croaky voice there, like, but never mind. Very good morning to you all, beautiful people. Okay. I got tram lines. Right, who we got? Who we got this morning? We've got Kevin Hawthorne. Very good morning. And we've got Hail the King. Oh, that's a different one. Stay Queen. I do like Queen. I was at St James's Park a long, long time ago. And what a gig it was. It was awesome. Until Freddie Mercury picked up his glass and went, and whatever was in the glass hit us all. But welcome in. So today is Bournemouth in the FA Cup. Then we face the tough challenge, which is Manchester City in the Carabao Cup. Now, one of my other songs is 2 cups. That's what I want. 2 cups. I want 2 cups because I want the players to show His Excellency Yasser Al-Rumayyan we can progress. Yeah, we can progress. And what I want is the goals today, fingers crossed, by Nick Waltermaid, get back on the score sheet. Bruno Guimaraes, Harvey Barnes, and see who else chips in, because we've got to be strong today, just like we were the other day when we played Leeds. And yeah, I'll be happy. And my neighbour said to me earlier about the next 10 games. I'm going to give you his prediction for the next 10 games. CJH. Do me a favour, CJH. Can you shorten it a bit? Because, yeah, I'm dyslexic. But let me just show you this. He asked me to write this down, so I wrote it down. These are Premier League. He says we get 3 points against Wolves. He says we're going to get a point against Villa. He says we're going to get nought against Liverpool. 3 points against Brentford. 1 against Spurs. City, nothing. Everton, 3 points. Man United, a point. Chelsea, a point. And Sunderland, 3 points. And that total is 16 points. And I said to him this: over those games in the Premier League, I want to target 4th in the Premier League. We're not strong enough yet to challenge. Not yet. But I think, 1 second, I'm going to adjust the curtain a little bit because I've had to close the curtains because the sun's blasting. 1 second. There we go. Now I can see clearly. I can see clearly now. The rain has gone. Yay. I can see you. I can see you. Now, we've got 4 people here and we've got no likes. However, shake it. You know what I mean? Doesn't cost you. No, we've got 3. Oh my lord, we've just missed somebody. Someone's nicked out the back door. Anyway, today, 3 o'clock, Newcastle United win. That's my hope. Yeah. So, there's 2 cup games back to back. I want to win both to go to the next round. Now, the one after today is going to be a mission. Yes. But there's no easy games in football. None. So our best foot forward with the attitude we showed against Leeds United. And if we can do that, what you got to remember is this. Run up to Christmas. Hard. Always is. Now, we're in January. This is the business end of Newcastle United's football season. So now it's ram your foot hard to the floor and get as many goals and hopefully keep a clean sheet. Hopefully. It all depends on our back line of players with Tino, Sven Botman, Malik Chow, who has been excellent. I hope you agree. He has been excellent. Now, there's been a lot of talk about Sandro Tonali, who is excellent in midfield. But Sandro Tonali, yes, he's just had a newborn. Probably changed the way he's thinking. But it's maximum effort from now and through to May. After May, you have your holiday. Yeah. So my hope is this, that today's going to be a struggle because Bournemouth and Eddie Howe used to manage Bournemouth, but we have to put that to bed. We have to overcome Bournemouth and hopefully today keep a clean sheet. That's what I'm saying. And my hope is when we go and play Manchester City, we give them one heck of a match. A match similar to when we played Leeds, because the goal by Harvey Barnes right in the dying embers of the game is, I think, the latest anybody has ever scored in Premier League history. So, yeah. But I believe in all of our players. I always will, you know. So how is all of you this fine Saturday? I know it's cold outside, but hopefully the snow has gone. And the next few weeks are vital for Newcastle United. And one of the things which I was speaking to a neighbour about was this. And I was kind of winding him up because I turned around and I'd said to him at the start of December, Newcastle United for January 5th. Well, 6th isn't far from 5th, is it? It's only 1 point, 1 position. But yeah, and one thing that I'm hoping Ross Wilson can do is this. I want Ross to try and get Samu from Porto and Keys Smiths. Now, I don't know what's happened, but chat's frozen. Nobody's saying anything in chat. Anyway, but this is what I want to do. And let's hope and pray we get that. Yeah. Because these 2 cup games, they're important. One's the FA Cup, which is the oldest cup in the world. And I really, really want Newcastle United to go to Wembley. And when we were talking this morning, me and the neighbour, he turned round and he says, if Newcastle United get to Wembley, I'm going to be at Wembley. I might not be inside Wembley Stadium, but I'm going to be in Wembley because we're both going down. So won't that be exciting? Yeah. Who have we got here? We got Slow and Ready. What can you tell us about Smith Kid? Is he any good? Lots of people have been talking about him. He plays in the Dutch league, and he's young, and he's got a lot of good things about him. Now there are other players as well, but because I've been doing a lot of work to do with the websites, I haven't quite looked at who Newcastle United needs. All I do want, like I said to my friend this morning, is Nick Waltermaid. I want Nick Waltermaid to at least get to 19 goals. That's my target for him. We might need a right back. Talk of Arsenal and City wanting Tino. No. Tino's a young player, and my hope is Newcastle United turn around and go, sorry, not for sale. I hope that. I hope the same with Lewis Miley as well, because for his age, Lewis Miley can play in multiple positions, and he can also put the ball in the back of the net, which is what we want, And for this Premier League season, what I would love is 4th, so that we are guaranteed with fourth to be in next season's Champions League. I don't think we have the power in our goals to get to second or even the top. But I suppose it can happen. But yeah, don't think so. Now, apparently, lots of the reporters were asking Eddie about transfers. Who is coming to Newcastle? And Eddie's like trying to turn around and say we want to keep our powder dry until the summer. I hope that's a wind up. I really do. I think we need somebody to cover Fabian Schär's position. We also need somebody as backup to Tino Livramento to help him out. And I know that I think he's still injured in Kieran Trippier, I think. But you might have more information than I do. But yeah. So as we plod forward, like he said about those 16 points, personally speaking, I want more than 16 points in the next 10 games. So that's my hope. Because my target's 5th, but I think come March to April, if we're still 5th or thereabouts, push for 4th to ensure next season we're going into the Champions League again. And for all of those people who say, oh, Eddie, he has done as much as he can do for the club. No. Not for me. Eddie Howe stays at St James's Park. Goals galore. You've got it spot on. And that's one of the things which is in my hashtags. It's even in songs as well, you know. What we got? 6th in the league, semi-final again, and coasting in the Champions League. Where did it all go wrong? Well, it hasn't all gone wrong. We are playing today Bournemouth, FA Cup, and then we've got Manchester City in the Carabao Cup. We're defending the Carabao Cup. So your words of where's it all gone wrong? We are defending the cup. Yeah. I want the FA Cup more than the Carabao Cup. Hand on heart. But as we are defending the Carabao Cup, I want that too. Which is why I did the song 2 Cups. We can all dream, yeah? We can all dream of going to Wembley. Imagine it twice in the same season. We're not good enough to challenge Arsenal at the top. Not yet. Now, if Ross Wilson goes out, if Ross Wilson goes out and he has a remit from Yasser Al-Rumayyan to spend the money to get these players in, and those players make sure we push and push hard. Why not? If we can push for fourth, then push again for third until there's no more football left to play. And likes of Harvey Barnes, Bruno, Johan Wissa needs to, I'm hoping over the next 16 games, Johan Wissa can get to where Bruno is currently. Read it again, right? Okay. Sixth in the league. That's where we sit right now. Sixth in the league, because it's not Premier League today. It's the FA Cup. So you're right there. Semi-final again. Yeah. So we've got that against Manchester City. Yeah. Coasting in the Champions League. Well, we've got 2 games, PSV, and then we have the French champions, PSG, which we know that's going to be a hard game. But we've got goals. Yeah. And it will take time. Yeah, Rome wasn't built in a day, and that's I'm building it. Now, slow and steady. If we can build a brick wall at the back, yes. Yes, I agree. Which is why building a brick wall at the back is in my songs. And that's what I want. Our defense rock solid. You build a high enough wall in defense, then all of them balls coming in from opposing teams, they're going to go into the stands. I would prefer them to go into the stands than in the back of the net. I wanted to wash my car this morning, but the hose pipe is still frozen. Yeah. My point is that's exactly at the moment a good yeah. Well, look at it this way, right? We were in 14th. We're now in 6th. That's an improvement. Yeah. Now, the normal players who I was singing about last year, Harvey Barnes is still on the score sheet. Yeah. Nick Waltermaid, he scored this season. And Johan Wissa, he has put the ball in the back of the net. Anthony Gordon's done the same. But the other players, if we all club together, all of them, that's a possibility. We can push and push hard. So who we got here? Mr. XBM9. Reckon we go out today to Bournemouth? Well, that's going to be a challenge because he doesn't have a good record against Bournemouth, his old team. Gordon has been poor. Maybe Gordon has been poor, but he puts the ball in the back of the net. You cannot doubt that, can you? A player puts the ball in the back of the net and you still don't think he's playing good enough? I mean, how shake your leg, man. And Wolves next. Yeah, Wolves in the Premier League. The Pete, Paul, would you recommend someone to bet on football or buy crypto? That's your choice. It's entirely your choice. I got into the second 2017. It's, a lot of people in the UK have no idea. So football, well, lots of people have got opinions about football, and yeah, there is good things on the horizon though. There is very, very, very good things on the horizon. One's just happened yesterday. It doesn't matter, Mr. X BM, whether it's a penalty. It doesn't matter. You put the ball into the back of the net, you've scored. Doesn't matter whether the ball comes off your head, off your backside, off your knee, or your foot. You've scored. And you can argue like performances, but when you're putting the ball into the net and VAR allows it, VAR, you know what I mean? We've got Paul in. Gordon doesn't put the ball in the net. He did the other day. I saw it. So, what you trying to do? Bite your own tongue off. You know what I mean, Paul? Put the ball in the net. What are you on about? He hasn't scored from open play since January. The only goals have been penalties. When you take a penalty, Paul, a penalty, you run up in the 18-yard box and you smack it either side of the keeper, or if you want to be pedantic, straight down the middle, and you hope, Paul, the keeper comes that side or that side, so the ball does hit the back of the net. And if that penalty that has been scored goes towards you gaining the points, where's the complaint? You know what I mean? Now, yes, certain, like open play, but if it wasn't for like because I was watching a little bit of the game the other day when Johan Wissa played the ball through to him, and why VAR did, I don't know. But yeah, Gordon has been mostly awful. There is loads of players. Sandro has had poor games, but in certain games this season, Sandro has been fantastic. Sandro's just had a baby, which may have affected his form. We don't know. Yeah. But Sandro, Joe Linton, Bruno, they're giving 100%. I mean, you look at when the final whistle blew at St. James's Park the other night, how many players hit the floor knackered? How many players? They're giving every single ounce. And if you, like me, Nana always used to say to me this, if you give everything and you fall on your backside, get up, dust yourself down, and plod on. So, yeah. The Pete. He did score the other day. Gordon did score the other day. However, VAR ruled it out. But he did score. Sometimes VAR goes in our favour, and sometimes, like the other night, it doesn't. Sandro's just had a baby. Yeah, he has. Yeah. But he wasn't the one giving. Hey, by God. No, he wasn't the one giving the baby. That would be a bit strange, wouldn't it? Yeah. Bloke carrying around a big bubble for like 9 months. Nah. The world's a bit strange and a bit freaky, but a man walking around for 9 months with a little baby, it ain't that strange. Hawaiian Steve. Oh, you've changed it again. The Toon Review. At the Toon Review, a chance you can give Mr. G a shout out on your next live. That's up to Paul. Yeah. I mean, Paul's he's a nice kid. Yeah. Spoken to him a few times when I've been up at St. James's, when I've had a little natter with PD Prologue. Yeah. But I won't have anything said against any Newcastle United content creator because I know how hard it is. Yeah. It was offside. Well, yeah. But if the linesman hadn't have done his flag, to me, looking at it on the camera angle that I was looking at it, going across the goal, to me, I was like, get in. Yeah. I can't help VAR. Sorry. Yeah. That means he didn't score. Paul, if you want to be pedantic, fair enough. Yeah. Now, as I was saying to my neighbour, between now and May, my prediction for the club is that we're in 6th right now. I want that. So if you want to be pedantic, yeah, be pedantic. Doesn't bother me. Collab. I'll do a collab with any Newcastle United content creator or any other content creator. No problem. Was it no bad? I think that says no bad OC. Pardon my burp. The Toon Review gets thousands of views. Well, Paul is on. Somebody said the other day 45,000 subscribers. Well done. Me, I'm trying. Yeah, and I will not stop. Pardon me. I will not stop trying to claim. And what you've all got to remember is this, and Paul will verify this. Back in the early days, I was there. I was in his chat. I was in chat when the Four Horsemen, which was with Barry and John Sinclair and others. Yeah. So, yeah. But we all move in different directions, all of us. Yeah. He does have a great channel. He's also got a fantastic team. Stato, Billy, and Lady Sam. So fantastic. Yeah. So why is calling people, huh? Don't get that one. But yeah, I mean, we all try and achieve every single Newcastle United content creator. That's what we all try and do. We all try and achieve, and the hope is with Paul Ditchburn of the Toon Review that over the next few months or into the new season, he will also go on to Geordie Nation and stream from there. That would be nice. Yeah, I watch. Sometimes I turn around and come into chat. It just depends, you know. I mean, there's been a lot of times where chippers will spot my comment, or somebody else will spot my comment, and you know. But there's also been times where people have turned around and says, "Is it him? Is it him? Is it the real one?" Because you know, people cluing. You know what I mean? But yeah, watch alongs. Sometimes I watch Paul Ditchburn and the crew. Sometimes it's Billy and Stato who are doing the watch along because you know Paul's not feeling well. But yeah. And Dr. Gravy, why would the Toon Review use Geordie Nation? It doesn't have to. It's there. It's available. I'm not going to twist any content creators arm up their back. You either want to go on it or you don't. If you don't, you don't. Simple as, you know. But it was built. It says in the main page, this is built for content creators. So if people don't want to, they don't want to. Fine. It's, you know, there's an old saying, yeah, it's no skin off my nose. And that's the honest thing. Is it really him? I don't know. I haven't got a clue. You know? Dr. Gregory, any chance in me becoming a mod? Depends. You know, you behave yourself. If you behave yourself, you've got to prove to everybody in chat, all of the other mods. Yeah? You see, there's a very old saying, very, very old saying. And, you know, I'm old school. Yeah? You watch my back, I watch your back. And Rumours, which is a very famous album by Fleetwood Mac. But people turn around and they say rumours about nothing because there's no physical evidence. It's just, yeah, did you hear that? Oh, yeah, why? Yeah. And that's all it is. If you see it with your own two eyes. That is not a rumour. That's you seeing it with your own two eyes. Yeah. Billy Trey plays a mean guitar. He does. Yeah. There's only me and Billy who, on YouTube, Newcastle United content creator, who play guitar. And I have at a rough guess, and it's only a rough guess, 84 songs. And the majority of those songs, it's about Newcastle United. It's mentioning players, Anthony Gordon. Pardon. That French frog do my head in. But yeah, I'll play guitar with anybody. And my hope is when I get the move to the new house is going to have a room that is double the size of this room. And in that room, there's going to be padding on the wall. On every wall, there will be padding. There'll not be this unit here. There'll be no plants. There will just be a sound desk, drum, guitar, keyboard, sorry, not keyboard, piano, and amplifier, so I can go in at any time, day or night, wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, go into the studio, bang. And I'm not getting anybody saying, you're playing your music a bit too loud, because they can't hear. Sound like a cell. Nah, it's not a cell, man. No. I'd imagine you'd have to have a soundproof room. Houses rarely come. Yeah, well, the stuff when you buy an expensive piece of kit, it normally comes in a box, which is, well, the box is about this big. It opens up. It's normally aluminium or steel, and the pattern, that's what goes on the wall. You just do the whole wall, and this new place that's on the cards, it may be an outbuilding. It may be. It just, like my neighbour said to us, get the property in the first instance. Then, whatever you want to do to it, then do it once you've done it. Why don't you just plug the headphones into the amplifier? Yeah, it's a good idea, but I think it's over here. Where is it? Where's it gone? Ah, there we go. At the new property, them, you squish them, straight into your lug, and when you've squished it and it goes in your lug, you can't hear nothing at all. Put the headphones on over the top to record. Yeah. So I now know where these came from B&Q and in Westerhope. Well, not Westerhope, Slateyford, but that's where these came from. And I now know where to get them locally and get them to protect, because when you're playing at full volume, it is extremely loud. You could just use headphones with the electric guitar. That's more considerate of a neighbour. Well, the Fender Champion is set to 2, and I've never in 6 years had anybody, can you turn your music down? Nobody. So sometimes during the summer, the windows are open and I'm still playing. And again, nobody has went bang, 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 bang on the door and went, yeah, turn it down. Nobody. Hawaiian Steve, pound for serious soundproofing. Looked into it. Yeah, I looked into soundproofing. I did soundproofing the very cheap way when I was in Wingrove Road, just off the West Road in Newcastle. And that was, I'd come across a friend, and that friend had a birthday, and one of his family bought him a full drum set. He set it up at home, and he found out immediately from his mum and his dad that is going out. So he asked me if he could put it in mine, and I went, yeah. And what I did when we did that, he told me where he lived, went down into, he lived in the upper part of Benwell, not the terraced part, but the houses, and just behind where the old shopping centre used to be, round about there, like 2 or 3 streets away. And we took the full drum set to mine. And what I would do was went into the market, the Green Market in town. Sorry, not the Green Market, the Granger Market. And I went to the butcher's and I got a big stack of, the trays of eggs. And I glued them to the wall. So there was like, where all the pictures are, yeah, there was just 10 of them. And that was just so that I could, like in the morning time, pick the drums up, and what I didn't realise, the other side of the general hospital, people could turn around and say, "Where's them drums coming from?" That was me. But yeah, equal temper. Will the subscribers get VIP tickets when you go on tour? It's up to whoever's managing. One thing I will say though, places like the Stack, love to play there, but That's in the future. No, nothing's cheap. I mean, if you think about it, yeah, under £200 for Black Beauty, yeah. And what I'd like is a Les Paul, an original Les Paul. But, you know, when that happens, it happens. So, um, yeah, I mean, the new place, there will not be no complaints from the neighbours at all. And there will be 2 kits. There'll be maybe a Grouch kit or what's the other ones? There's a number of different kits. What I can't do is 2 bass drums. I want 2 bass drums, but I can't do 2 bass drums. Left knee. So somebody else will have to do that. But yeah, and go into the studio at some point this year, lay down the first album, and that's in the bag. And that's going to happen. You glued eggs. No, you misunderstood. The trays of 24 eggs they sell in Granger Market, when all of the eggs have been sold to good customers, they used to stack them to the side to go in the bin. And I used to come along after weeks and weeks and weeks. I had one room on Wingrove and it was soundproofed. So yeah. Is the new gaff a flat? No. Or a semi-detached? No. It's bigger. The new gaff is going to have at least, at the bare minimum, 20 acres of land. So a castle or a mansion? No. An old church? No. Where wouldn't everyone just use egg boxes? You do want the cheap. But as Corvo was saying just before there, proper soundproofing isn't cheap. It's not. A farm. Correct, Steve. 100% spot on. Does the voice? Hope you're well. Yeah, I'm well, mate. I'm just waiting and hoping that come tonight, Newcastle are in the next round. But yeah, farm is on the cards. And that's the objective. So that the People's Bus has a base of operations. Because when I spoke to the estate agent, I gave clear instructions. And that was, it must have permissions to change their use of the land. To write soundproofing is expensive. My studio cost $1,200. Yeah. But I mean, this is it. I mean, if you play musical instruments, as I do, yeah, the higher you go up, the higher you pay. It's one of those things. I mean, I want to have one of those Roland or is it Asilie, ASIES, little kits, electronic kits where you can put the headphones on. And I just want that next to the actual kit. The kit that I have is CB, which is CB. It's one of the cheapest kits you can buy. And the cymbals have been battered to pieces, but they're still there. I won't be playing the drums. No. I'm going to be playing that. I'll be playing Black Beauty, or I'll be playing a piano. So there. Oh, got you. You're welcome. Yeah. I mean, when it all like kicks off, yeah, you're welcome. Come in and we'll do a jam session. No problem. But I will tell you this. Who was that again? Daz the Voice. I will tell you this. If you're camera shy, it ain't no good. Do you know what I mean? Because that's what I like when I do go into the recording studio, because Nottingham's got quite a few recording studios. When I go into the recording studio, that's what I'm going to be saying to them when I go into the recording studio. That I want to record it as a video. So, you're a very technical drummer. Well, the thing is, Daz, this, yeah. As I'm playing on the guitar, yeah, on Black Beauty, which will probably be on Black Beauty or, something along the lines of like Black Beauty to, something mega better, like Les Paul. As I'm playing on that, I want you to just bass drum, and then bring it in. So you're taking your cue from me, and then if you're sounding damn good on the drums while I'm doing my bit, the voice, boom, it's straight out there. Yeah. Just use pans. That's brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant, one. Use pans. You know what I mean? But years and years ago, my very, very first was a Casio. And the Casio had something that blew me away. It was, you had the keys, you had your buttons, you had your screen, and it had a pitch bender. So when you were playing the keys, the white keys and the black keys, you could bend the pitch, and I was all over it. You know what I mean? But yeah. So what my brother's got is begins with A, S. I think it's AS, AES. I think it is Asus or something like that. But he has something that's like here. Do you know what I mean? And I keep saying to him when he's playing it, stick some drums on, play to the drums. Doesn't do it though. My studio is outside, 18 by 15, big room split into two for all studio. Yeah, got you, mate. Got you. But yeah, the there's at least 84 songs to do, and do them at full blast, and have the engineer. That's another thing as well. I've got John's birthday, the kid I mentioned the other day. John is a very, very gifted guitarist. He can play any Pink Floyd without, having his eyes open. Tamara and Premier. Got you. Yeah. I mean, there's Grudge as well, I think, and there's another high-end expensive kit, but, but yeah. But as my neighbour was saying to us, secure the property first, and in 2 weeks' time, within 2 weeks, going to view it, having a good look around, and one of the bonuses, if it's still there because it was there originally, is a full size snooker table. 18, I think it's 18 by 6, I think. Like the professional world snooker table. It's one of them. And I love snooker. It's a hard game, but I love it. And this property has a bonus, which you will see if everything goes the way I want it. It's 12 by 6 for a full-size snooker table. Oh, right. I thought it was a bit bigger than that. Never mind. But yeah. But it has this property has a bonus. A bonus which I'm not going to tell you, but when you see it, you'll go, wow! Do you know what I mean? And outbuildings, and there's a particular building. Do you remember when I showed the miner, the ant miner from Bitmain? And the other building, it's perfect for the ant miner. But yeah. See, people had said to me last year, I think it was the year before, about busking. I'd rather go into the studio and say to them, how much is it going to cost? Pay the money, go into the studio, and then turn around and say to the session musicians, like, if we can do this properly, get the album in the bin, like not in the bin, in the can, I think that's what they call it, in the can, and then printed, I'm happy. As if we get one done, then do the other one after going out on tour. But that's probably for next year. So yeah. So there's lots and lots and lots. However, today, Newcastle United beat Bournemouth, as I said right at the beginning. We beat Bournemouth. Then we go and we beat the ex-champions in Manchester City to defend the Carabao Cup. We can do that. I'm happy. And as I said to my neighbour, I want to get to Wembley twice. And he said, if you get to Wembley, we're going to Wembley. So he's coming with us. And that means doing a live on Wembley Way and possibly going into that place just off Wembley Way where the fans went the last time. So yeah. Stage kit is a 15-piece set. Wow, 15-piece golden banner. But yeah, as my neighbour said to us, get the property, get the property and then think. So forget the property and what I want, which is all the fields. I'm happy, you know. Then we can look at the music, all of the other things, the websites, the games. I can speak to the BBC, ITV, etc., mention the games, and maybe the games companies will turn around and say, oh, he's talking about games, give him a ring. You know? So yeah. Oh. But I want these things pushed forward. I want these things so that, like somebody mentioned the other day, Paul Ditchburn of the Toon Review is at 45,000 subscribers. If we get this new property, then my target is 1 million. Thank you very much, Daz. Thank you. Much appreciated. Yeah. My workload is looking at ways to improve Seeking You, ways to improve Geordie Nation, and also the extra bits to do with Streets of Home, Newcastle Cup, and BBC. So I thank you, and when we do meet, I'll give you something special just for you. Yeah. Because in the hope that in the summer we're going through here live here and seeking you live where everybody in the live on seeking you earns money who are mods, and hopefully the same here. Yeah. So from a set time when I tell everybody in a live, the next live, you'll be told that whatever donations are made during said live, you all get a cut. So that, I think, is good. Yeah. And that should give you all encouragement to bring more people in. So instead of having 7 or 15 or whatever, I've got to put chat on slow-mo. Yeah. But yeah. And the second laptop, which is the ThinkPad, that is for one sole mission. I can't do little videos like 10, 15, 20, 30 here, but I can do over there. And they are members only videos, which Motso wants me to do. And I want to be able to say to Motso at some point this year, maybe it's after I've done the second boot camp, where I get the hoodie. I was hoping for the hoodie, but I got the jumper, the sweatshirt instead. Did you see the sweatshirt, Daz? And hello, Lee. Did you see the sweatshirt, Daz? Because if not, I'll show you it. It's just today, because it's a very cold day, I've got my Newcastle top on, and I've got a jumper also. But let me know if you didn't see the gift from the YouTube content creators. Actually, I'll go and get it, and then it may give inspiration to others. So one moment. There, that's it. So you have the YouTube logo there. And hopefully, after doing this next one, I'll get the hoodie. So I've got 3 hoodies at the moment. And at the end of this month, I'm going to get the one with the logo on the chest. So that's something for you to have a look at. And if I can get it, I'm going to have the baseball cap with the 2 magpies on it as well. But yeah. Right. So, yeah, football's not long away. Not long. fingers crossed today, Newcastle United, please beat Bournemouth. And in our next game, which is Manchester City, we're defending the cup. So, please. So, yeah. But I wish you all a fantastic Saturday, wherever you may be. And one thing I will tell you all is this. Yeah? Don't listen to rumours. Yeah? Use your own eyes and be an adult. Yeah? Now, I hope to be back 7 p.m. I hope. Okay? And you all have a wonderful day. Please smack the like on the way out, as Daz said. And let's climb. And see you all soon. Yeah, I'm hoping to enjoy the game as long as we win. Mm-hmm.